Audio by Raising Free People Network. So here we are in between seasons 6 and 7, and I knew that I was going to drop at least one episode because I had some timely things to share with you. So let's get into it.
You can't keep using tools of oppression and expect to raise free people.
Peace and love, whether you are a longtime listener or a brand new listener. Welcome to Fair of the Free Child podcast. This is Akila S. Richards, and we are right at the start of our season break, but there's some good things to share with you here, and I wanted to make sure you could get them. So this first one is a reminder to sign up for the email list for Raising Free People Workshop 2021. I keep getting DMs about it because folks are watching that last conversation that Chris and I had in last week's episode about deschooling our marriage. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't know, guys. What time is it? What year is it? What is life? But you can go back to the episode before this one to hear the replay of that. And a lot of people just found a lot of resonance in our conversation about the ways that we are deliberately deschooling our marriage and the ways that we're noticing the deschooling that we're not so deliberate about as a result of being in a different relationship with our children. So the workshop this year, usually I do it with just Marley and me, my oldest daughter, but this year we're going to include the whole family. So it's a two-parter. It's happening sometime in August. I actually don't have the confirmed date yet, but this email list is going to be on the show notes page. And if you sign up for that email list, then I will email you as soon as we confirm the date in August. But it is a multi-part workshop this time around because we're going to have two segments. One is going to be family, just talking about like adult-child dynamics and parenting and mother work, father work, like all of these sort of things. And then we'll have a separate segment. I'm calling it the grown folk segment, where we're really just going to be talking a lot about the adult to adult dynamic. So our focus for this year's workshop is discomfort and discovery. Discomfort and discovery. So it's a virtual workshop, a couple hours long, probably 2.5 hours this round. And for details, make sure you head over to raisingfreepeople.com/228 and sign up. Use that link to sign up for email updates for it, okay? And I'll also be sure to give updates in Fair of the Free Child Village. So if you are not over there in our little village inside the larger My Reflection Matters network, if you're not over there, come through so that you stay updated. Natalie, Anthony, Damari, Chime, I love you. You from that unschooled, yo. Okay, so if you are listening to this and you know what song I just did not sample, that would be illegal. I just sang it. Natalie, Anthony, Damari, Chime, I love you. Okay, what song am I not sampling right now? When I post the image for this episode 228, put in the comments which song if you know, all right? So I sang that because it is so perfectly aligned with the 4 folks that I want to shout out and tell you what they have going on. So I said Natalie, Anthony, Damari, Chime. That's going to be stuck in my head all day. So Natalie, let's start with a clip from Natalie on one of her last episodes with us because she's been on the podcast twice. So let's go back to her episode about trust, episode 196.
Back to this bus thing.
Yes.
Well, so I don't know when this is going to air, but I was going to announce on my birthday, and I think we talked about this last time actually, like books are a huge, huge part of how we learn. So we have decided to open a mobile children's bookstore here in our city. So we bought a shuttle bus and it was something that we all decided to do together, which again, this would not have been something we thought about because you know what? Guess who really didn't have time to read like that when they were in school? These kids. And that's right. Why I think they do it so much now because they had to read whatever they were told to read and then they wouldn't try to read nothing else. But they do it all the time. I do it too.
So if you're listening to this and it's November 26th, then it's my birthday, and our online bookstore is live, y'all. www.blackworldschoolers.com. It's now an online bookstore. And yes, we will be adding our free resources and TED Talks and all those things back on soon. But right now, you can shop with us. We even have Akila's book on there. We have all kind of wonderful things on there and more to add. And even bigger than that, in the spring, we are going mobile. We are riding with the stories. We are rolling to your city, probably, possibly. It depends where you live. But we're excited about the mobile bookstore. You guys have been so supportive just with the Storytime hotline and just everything that we've ever done. You guys have just been awesome, and so thankful for Fair of the Free Child community and Instagram community. You guys are just amazing, and we can't wait to share this process with you, the renovating the bus, and even how you can get involved. Like if you want your logo on the side of the bus, let's chat about that. You can DM me or email me at blackworldschoolers@yahoo.com. But y'all, we have so much to share, so much to talk about. Contact me anytime if you have questions, and just thank you for riding with us and all the love. And just thank you all. Happy birthday to me. Love y'all.
So fast forward to her post on Instagram, I think at the end of June of this year, where she says, and I'm quoting, "I am overjoyed to announce that I am a recipient of the JLH Fund, Social Impact Fund, and a member of the class of 2021. I'm really still in shock and have been on the verge of tears since they broke the news to us on Zoom earlier." So she has been awarded funding for this bus, for this mobile bookstore. Okay? So shout out to Natalie. Congratulations, sis. Thank you for tagging me to make sure that I saw it, because I almost threw my phone. So I will be sure to put the link to the Black World Schoolers bookstore on the show notes page. And you can visit Natalie on Instagram. I'm going to put the link to the actual IG post so you can congratulate her there as well. Right, so we got Natalie. Who's next? Anthony. Anthony is just like a regular over here now on Fair the Free Child. He got Fair the Free Man Child. He done pulled up his own sofa and sitting right here with us, and we love it here. We love that. So Anthony, remember, what's this? Was that last episode? I don't know. Recently, I asked Damari through this episode whether she wanted to do a field trip with Anthony, because she got so much from his episode of Fair of the Free Man Child, one of those episodes. And she said yes. And then Anthony was like, yes, I'm down. So that is coming up. So shout out to Anthony for saying yes to that. And actually, Anthony, I'm about to message you about a couple other things that I would love for you to share over here with us. So that's one thing that's happening. So that's Natalie. That's Anthony, Damari. What else with Damari? Damari, I also got in my email, because I'm on the ASD newsletter. I saw that Damari joined the Alliance for Self-Directed Education, joined that board. That's what's up, sis. I know you will do fantastic work there, because that's what you do. So wonderful to just celebrate the ways that you continue to be present, because I know, like me, you are very much focused on the ways that Black folks can access and share around self-directed education. And it's really important that we have people working with that specificity in mind, because we know how that goes, right? So awesome, Damari. And y'all be hearing more from her, of course, in all the spaces, because she's doing her thing. And then the last one, Chimay, right? Natalie, Anthony, Damari, Chimay. Chimay is another busy, brilliant mama doing her thing in this unschooling community to really broaden the access and the information around it. And I'm so happy to share that they are doing this open house get down all August long. So I'm going to let Chimay tell you. I'm going to actually close this out with Chimay telling you the details of the village, how it's set up, who it's for, what they do. But I do want to read this announcement here. to make sure that if you didn't hear me say it anywhere else, you hearing me say here that you have to. If you listen to this podcast, you got to make sure that you head over to the My Reflection Matters Village and check out what's happening, especially August, especially this month, because everything is open and free. So I'm going to read the announcement. The village is turning 1 in August. It's hard to believe that nearly a year ago, a group of white supremacists infiltrated our village launch thinking they had defeated progress when in fact they only fueled it. With 700 network members, over 100 private members, 60 plus Patreon sponsors, 15 plus co-learning partners, inclusion in a national pods study, a recently awarded $50,000 seed grant, and a new book soon to be published that includes our evolution during a worldwide pandemic, our community has demonstrated to be quite mighty, no pun intended, as we use Mighty Networks platform. And she continues, I'm beyond grateful for all of you because you've decided to help shape what this space has evolved into. And I'm super excited to celebrate this special milestone at the end of this summer. So here is what to expect. For the entire month of August, I plan to open up all of our private, paid membership events to all of our My Reflection Matters Village Network members for free. This will allow each of you to experience what our decolonizing education and co-learning for liberation members get to experience in their private memberships. So all you got to do, so I'm ending out now, that's the end of the quote. All y'all got to do is head over to myreflectionmatters.org to join the community. That is free. And especially in August, everything is free, but it's always free to join. And then this month, you'll get to peek into all of the different spaces, including coming through to Fair of the Free Child Village, because we're over there as well in great company. So let Chimay tell you, as only she can, what's good and the what and the why of My Reflection Matters. Thank you for listening to this little in-between episode, and I will catch you again sometime this month, perhaps. Yeah. Peace and love.
My Reflection Matters Village is a virtual network made up of parents and educators navigating liberation-centered, self-directed education. Our mission is simple. It's to cultivate a space that provides the supports, conversations, and healing required to decolonize adults' beliefs and practices around learning and parenting in order to raise free people. So who do we serve? We serve primarily BIPOC parents, educators, and white co-conspirators. We do this by offering a 3-tiered membership support model, and that includes live chats with leaders and innovators supporting liberation-centered education and parenting, direct group support from me as a former public school teacher turned unschooler and educational equity coach and consultant, discounts and freebies on culturally responsive educational products and services, community building and culturally responsive resource sharing, a la carte offerings and customized learning experiences created by members and our co-learning partners, mutual aid for our caregivers. So all of these benefits are basically distributed across our 3 membership tiers. So our 3 membership tiers are broken down in this way. Our first tier is our MRM Village Network, and that's open and free to anyone who's interested in our mission. The network functions really as like a lobby where members get to experience samplings of the content and the events that are offered in our paid memberships. And they also get to participate in our monthly live chats with liberation education leaders. In our main network, we also have Connecticut Home Educators private village. And so anyone who's from my state, they get access to that space, to access to local resources, and they get to participate in group trips and meetups that are connected with our physical village cooperative. All members in our network get access to, of course, Fair the Free Child Village, which is led by the amazing Akila S. Richards. And then we have our second level of support, and that is our Decolonizing Education membership. And that's for both parents and educators that are wanting access to culturally responsive educational resources, tips, and tools to support them in decolonizing education in their learning spaces and support them in really reimagining education outside the traditional white supremacist patriarchal system of schooling. And then our last tier, or our highest tier, is our co-learning for liberation. And that's just for caregivers that are wanting to take the deep dive into self-directed education and are searching for community and support to guide them in their liberation journey. So if any of those sound like a space that folks are interested, they can jump into My Reflection Matters Village. Again, the network is free to join. Once you're in, then you have the option that you can pay for one of our paying memberships, or you can opt to stay in our free membership. If folks love just staying in the free membership and they want to contribute monetarily, they can join us at patreon.com/My Reflection Matters. And that's a great space for our free network members to drop a few coins a month, whatever they can afford. And that helps to support the cost of to run the entire network, as well as to continue to offer our free live chats for all of our network members there. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing this, Akila. I look forward to seeing folks in the village. Hope folks can join us in August where we have our open house get down. We'll be offering a lot of our paid meetups and learning experiences that are offered in our paid memberships will be free all of August. So I hope folks can join us there. Thanks. See you in the village. Peace.